Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Sarah Raybould. I'm the director of the London College of Music. And on behalf of the University in West London and the London College of Music, we welcome you to the Graduate Showcase concert for this evening, featuring the students from, of course, the London College of Music. This is the last you're going to hear of me, because I've got specialists here. So to take us through our first half will be Dr. Emily Capulet. And through our second half, we have our wonderful jazz maestro, Pete Cook. So all I have to do is let you know that tonight we are live streaming this concert. So if you're with somebody you shouldn't be, move quickly. We'll try not to do too many audience shots for you at all. But it's my absolute delight to introduce you to tonight's conductor. He's one of our students. He's a graduate, about to be. And he's also the recipient of the Worshipful Company of Musicians Silver Medal Award. They only give one a year, and it was very well deserved. Please welcome Gavin Fernandez.
Good evening. I'd like to join my warm welcome to that of Sarah Raybould for tonight's performance. We have here most of our classical instrumentalists, and we will have some of our singers as well later on in the programme. They have shown the utmost passion towards music, towards their instrument over the past year. And this is particularly the case with Camerata Orchestra. Camerata started the year with a bang at the Oxo Tower for the Sluice Musical Arts Festival, where they played a piece by Luis Zubiaga. They then went on to perform with the band of the Coldstream Guards in our very own St Mary's Church just down the road. And they have only just finished a concert a couple of weeks ago with a side-by-side with the English Chamber Orchestra Ensemble. So even though many of these students are graduating this year, and you'd say that they were at the dawn of a musical career, I'd say that this career has actually already started at the London College of Music. You just heard a Welsh composer orchestrated by one of our Singaporean students from our collaborative partners in Singapore, the Singapore Raffles Music College. So I thought it just shows how international we are here at the London College of Music. Our next performer is Laura Oxborough, our star singer. She has performed in Dido, the role of Belinda, a few months ago. She has been involved in all aspects of music at LCM, not just classical singing. She's the student fellow, student representative, and she just won the Directors' Awards. And she will be joined by Stephen Rose, our accompanist, in a piece by Haydn. So please welcome very warmly Laura Oxborough to the stage.
Let the earth bring forth grass
Laura is going to be returning to the Channel Islands, where she hails from, to Guernsey, and she's just got a graduate job in the states of Guernsey. I think that she's had a lot of experience here being student representative and fellow, and I don't know what they have in Guernsey at the top there. It's I don't think it's a president, but I'm sure Laura's going to make a lot of difference down there. Our next performers are from composition and from jazz and from sound recording. And this is what makes it so special to study here, is that you meet a lot of students from a lot of different backgrounds. Alice and Nicole first met at Freddy's bar. And they apparently started taking selfies and posting up their selfies, and they never looked back, and they're now very good friends and flatmates as well. And Nicole has not only a performing career, but also a composition career. And she was very much inspired by the Beatles when she used to be small and her mother drove her around and they would listen to the Beatles. Alice is a final year student, also graduating this year, and was highly commended in the Lutenau Jazz Vocalist Prize. They will be joined by Dom for tonight's song. So please put your hands together for Alice, Nicole, and Dom.
Open up my mind, tell me what you see. try to hide away from me. Take a look around, swallow up my thoughts. Try to go about your life, never being caught. But when she came into my world, she showed me what my life was worth. She showed me all that I could be, but I have doubts and a lot to lose. How can I be happy when I know God got confused? Catching my reflection feels like looking through a boy I used to know. Each day the sun comes up, I pray to see your face. Painting on my perfect smile and dream of you I might.
But if you only dream of me, my dear, I can't save you from yourself tonight.
Try to run away,
But you can't,
leave you in yesterday.
but you can't.
The only place you can't escape is the tangled wires of your brain. So take me as I am.
Embrace me,
How could you understand?
stand by me.
How can you just smile and say it's just the phase, you'll be okay? Catching my reflection feels like looking through a boy I used to know. Each day the sun comes up, I
Pray to see your face.
painting on my perfect smile and dream of you I might.
But if you only dream of me, my dear, I can't save you from yourself.
When the truth's a lie,
And so lies the truth.
how can I be happy when I know God got confused?
Why
Don't you get to choose to be both these tellers?
Catching my reflection feels like looking through a boy I used to know. Each day the sun comes up, I pray to see your face. Painting on your perfect smile to hide right out of sight. But if you never dare to dream, my dear, I can't save you from yourself
I saw Mark Dowling last week in a big barn of a church on Ealing Common doing his advanced performance project, which is one of the final year modules. Mark's poster was quite interesting. It was a black background with bare trees in the winter, and he's standing there in his black suit. And the title was Music and Mysticism. And I thought, that's really scary. And that was only Mark. Mark and George have known each other since school in Bromley and have found themselves now here at LCM. Mark is a fantastic pianist, a classical pianist, but doesn't hesitate to try different genres as well, as you will hear tonight. George was a singer from very early on, but also a string player, violin player. He's actually performed in the Royal Albert Hall, in the Royal Festival Hall, and has quite a career already as a professional musician. Now, if you think Mark's scary, and I'm really only joking, wait till you hear George in Tom Lehrer's Masochism Tango.
But much more for the touch of your whips, dear. You can raise welts like nobody else as we dance to the masochism tango. Let our love be a flame, not an ember. Say it's me that you want to dismember. Blacken my eyes, set fire to my tie as we dance to the masochism tango. At your command, before you here I stand, my heart is in my hand. Ugh, it's here that I must be. My heart entreats, just hear those savage beats, and go put on your cleats and come and trample me. Your heart's hard as stone or mahogany, that's why I'm in such exquisite agony. My soul is on fire, it's aflame with desire, which is why I smile when we tango. You caught my nose in your left castanet, love. I can never forget, love, how this passion was born, how I envied the rose that your teeth used to clench, love, as I tried something French, love, all I got was a thorn. Your eyes cast a spell that bewitches, the last time I needed 20 stitches to sew up the gash you made with your lash as we danced to the masochism tango. Bash in my brain and make me scream with pain, then kick me once again and makes it never part. I know too well you're underneath my spell, and darling, if you smell something burning, it's my heart. Take your cigarette from its holder and burn your initials in my shoulder. My heart is on fire, it's aflame with desire, as we dance to the masochism tango.
has assured me that not only this is the world premiere of George's Overture, but it's the intergalactic premiere as well. So a very special moment. Please welcome conductor Simon Rigby. Our next performers are a group of final year students, and they'll be joined by one of our second year students. At the beginning of this year, we started chamber music classes, and they came to me and they said, well, actually, we'd like to play together. And I said, oh, yes. And we had Gavin playing the violin, Trin playing the piano, Sam playing the cello. So far, well, we have a piano trio. And then they said, well, actually, we'd also like Aramis to play. He's an accordionist. And, well, why not add Tadeo as well, a classical guitarist? And so this ensemble, with a very eclectic mix of instruments, was formed and has been performing some really original arrangements of classical and jazz music. And tonight will be no different. It'll be a tango. Gavin, you have already met him. He conducted the orchestra. He is an exceptional musician, also a student, fellow involved in all aspects. If I need performers, I will phone Gavin. He's definitely got a career as a fixer because he knows everybody and will get them for me. Gavin has just written a ballet for the Bucharest Opera House, where he'll be going in a few months to conduct. And I haven't yet said, but all these graduating students, nearly all of them, love LCM so much that they want to return to LCM. And Gavin will be coming back next year to do a master's in composition. Trin is a classical pianist, also hoping to return for a master's. Trin was highly commended in the Mona Blackman piano competition, and she will be playing some jazz piano instead of her usual classical in this piece. Sam is one of our final year cellists. He's been very much in demand. He's played in all the ensembles. He's obviously in Camerata. He played for Dido and Aeneas earlier on this year, and also in one of our musicals, in Dracula. And Sam, for this reason, was awarded the Bernard and Haley Award this year. Aramis comes from Lithuania and is the most amazing accordionist you will hear. And I know he will have a great career ahead of him. He will be returning next year, I hope, to play in next year's opera, Alice in Wonderland, because there is an accordion part, so I really hope he'll come back to us for that. And finally, Tadeo is a second-year guitarist from Ecuador. So please put your hands together for Aramis, Gavin, Sam, Trin, and Tadeo.
What absolutely wonderful playing. And so for our final piece tonight, we're going to have Camerata Orchestra again. And I'd just like to thank some of our students who are in the orchestra who haven't, let's say, done a solo piece. To start with, on tenor horn, could we thank Sam Jones, please, who's graduating this year? Sam. On violin, Zlatina Stoyanova. One of our graduating master's students, Katerina Kostrev, who also studied here as an undergraduate. And all the way from the States, Maggie Snow. George, you've met. Where's George? Hi, George. Thank you. And I think Gavin has joined the ranks of the violins as well. Gavin? Ah, here we are. Julia, also one of our undergraduates who became a postgraduate here. They can never leave LCM. Our cellist, Sam Krier. And finally, an amazing double bass player who plays both classical and jazz bass, Elliot Pryor. And can we please put our hands together to thank Camerata as a whole? They've done a lot of hard work this year. Now, none of this could have happened without the support of all our instrumental tutors. There are far too many to actually thank here, but I'd like to say some special thanks to Dermot Crean, who's our lead tutor for strings, who very kindly plays the viola in the orchestra. Dermot. Also helping out, we've had Chris Hankin, we've had Jez, we've had a lot of the instrumental tutors have come in to the sectionals, to the rehearsals, to play with the students, and it's been, I think, an amazing opportunity for the students to also sit by their tutors and play along with them. And of course, our wonderful conductor, Simon Rigby. So for this last piece, Camerata will be joined by Sul-hee Kim, a South Korean pianist who studied here as an undergraduate and fell in love with LCM and stayed here as a postgraduate. Sul-hee
lives in Kingston, has a wonderful musical practice, gives a lot of concerts, and she'll be playing tonight the Shostakovich Piano Concerto, the first movement, and I've heard it and I can tell you it's absolutely amazing. So please welcome to the stage Saul Hee Kim.
Well, good evening, folks, and thanks for sticking around. Welcome to the second spasm. And I'm on strict instructions that there should be no comedy tonight because people want to go home. It's been a long day. Anyway, let's get straight down to it. Please join me in welcoming to the podium the London College of Music Jazz Vocal Ensemble.
I'm just a soul that's bluer than blue can be. When I get that mood indigo, I could lay me down and cry.
You ain't been blue. No, 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 no. You ain't been blue till you've had that mood indigo. That feeling goes stealing down to my shoes while I sit and sigh. Go long blues.
Since my baby said I'm so lonesome, cause there's nobody who cares about me. I'm just a soul that's bluer than blue can be. When I get that mood indigo, I could lay me down and cry. I could lay me down and cry. I could lay me down and cry. I could lay me down and cry.
Thank you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Jazz Vocal Ensemble, and accompanying us there was Luke Kenningham-Brown on bass. And we featured a lovely solo from Saffron Le Bon as well. So that was Mood Indigo, written by Duke Ellington, and we're going to play another Ellington tune tonight, and this one's accompanied by the wonderful Alistair Elms. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy it.
Do nothing till you hear from me. Pay no attention to what's said. Why people tend to seem of anyone's dream. It's over my head. Do nothing till you hear from me. does that mean?
I've been untrue.
When we're apart, the words in my heart reveal how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory,
And other arms may hold a thrill.
but never the thrill of you. Only you.
And you never will.
Oh, don't you do nothing.
Pay no attention to the story. So I've seen another guy or two. Don't mean I'm not in love with you. When people tear the seam of anyone's dream.
The reason is over my head. Don't you do a thing until you hear it from me. Please just consider what a dance our romance has been. I'd certainly do it again. If you should take the word of others you've heard, I haven't had a chance. True, I've been seen with someone other than you. But does that mean that now my love's untrue? When we're apart, the words in my heart reveal just how I feel about you. Some kiss may cloud my memory, and other loving arms may hold a thrill. But baby, do nothing till you hear it from me, or just do nothing. Won't you just go wait and see? 'Cause baby, oh no, you never will. You never will. You never will. Oh no, you never will.
The London College of Music Jazz Vocal Ensemble, folks. We'll just wait while Luke retakes his place in the saxophone section. He's a very versatile musician and also a music technician. Very versatile man. So let's get on with it. Right, 2 bars, folks. Here we go. 1, 2. Thank you very much, folks. That was a tune entitled Groovin' Hard, and it's one that we like to start shows with. Kind of blows the cobwebs away, and I always say this, but I'm going to say it again. It was written by a saxophone player from the Buddy Rich big band called Don Menza, who remains to this day the loudest saxophone player I ever heard in the flesh. And he was only a small guy as well. We're going to carry on now. This concert really sees the end of a chapter in the life of the LCM big band. You'll see that we've got a rather large trumpet section, and these wonderful students turn up week in, week out for rehearsals. So I absolutely refuse to have a kind of A team for gigs. So everybody comes and plays the gigs, and quite a few of them are graduating. So we're going to feature them tonight. And the first is a young lady who plays with quite the most beautiful sound on the trumpet. So please welcome to the front of the stage. There she is already, Sophia Maria Smith. Sophia Marie Smith, folks. A young lady with a very big following. She's currently being stalked by a sumo wrestler. Thank you. These are the jokes, folks. Is this mic on? Actually, here's a trivia question for you, audience. Who had the hit with that song? Well done. First prize. A night out with the LCM Big Band. Second prize, 2 nights out with it. Okay, we're going to continue now with a classic from the Count Basie Orchestra's library. This came from the Atomic Mr. Basie, but we're going to do this slightly differently. We've got a lot of singers graduating from the Jazz Vocal Ensemble. So 4 of these singers are going to join us for this. So would you please welcome back to the podium Christy Beach, Lucy Morris, Alice Hour, and Saffron Le Bon. I'm terribly sorry. And our key soloist tonight, from Merseyside, Mr. David Mather.
Don't need no palace paved with gold. Don't need more cash than banks can hold. When I get to feeling a feeling for something there ain't too much of, my sweet little darling fills me with love. Don't catch me chasing round at night. I'm not impressed by glamorous sight. Real darling may not be as pretty as some of the others you see, but my little darling only loves me. Don't catch me chasing round at night. I'm not impressed by glamorous sight. Real
We thank you so very, very much, folks. That was Neil Hefty's Little Darling. And I think worthy also of special mention there, playing the part of Count Basie tonight from Vauxhall by way of Seoul, South Korea. Please show your appreciation for, at the piano, Sung-ji Lee. I have to say, one of the more pleasurable things about working with this band is that they are so proactive, which certainly makes my job a lot easier. And this next arrangement is a super arrangement, which was, I think, sourced, is the word in common parlance, by a member of the band. Sadly, the source didn't include a conductor's score, so this is all their own work, so much so that one of the band is actually going to count in, and I'm just going to stand over there and let you marvel at the wonder that is this band. I think worthy also of special mention here, and also leaving us this year, you're going to hear some fine lead trumpet here from Mr. Shane O'Brien. Please. He's worked very, very hard this year. He's organised concerts throughout the year. I think he spent half it. No, he hasn't been a jazz fellow. He is a jazz fellow. He's a jazz fellow for the brass department. And he's done a lot of good work, so I'm sure you're going to enjoy this. This is written by Joe Zawinul, piano player. It's called Mercy, Mercy, Mercy. It's all yours, folks. See you at the end.
Thank
Mercy, mercy, mercy. And actually, I made a big goof when I was announcing that because it was actually Luke that provided that arrangement. And you heard Luke play a lovely solo there, the versatile Luke Kenningham-Brown. And also, you heard from the Student Village by way of Carmarthen, South Wales, Dickie Walters on guitar. Just before we go on to the next tune, was anybody here for the prize winners concert on Monday night? Yeah. It was a fantastic concert by all accounts. I couldn't be here myself. And there was some work of some really very high quality. What is traditional with this concert, the Summer Showcase, is for me to award the non-competed for Jazz Prize, the Pete Cook Jazz Prize. There are no fixed criteria for winning this, and it quite often goes to someone from outside of the jazz department. The only criterion is that it immediately goes over the bar of the nearest hostelry. Now, the winner of this year's Pete Cook Jazz Prize has been a tremendous help right away across the college. This person has played in about, I think, 11 advanced performance projects at the end of this semester. He's been a jazz fellow for the second half of the academic year. You've seen him play 2 instruments already tonight. He's going to be featured on Tibetan nose flute later. But the recipient of this year's Pete Cook Jazz Prize is Luke Kenningham-Brown. Very popular and well-deserved win there. Nice one, Luke. Thank you. Thank you very much. So we'll carry on now with a Latin thing. This is by Chuck Mangione, and this is going to once again feature David Mather.
Thank
David Mather on the trumpet. You also heard there from, on the piano, Mr. Alistair Elms, another one of our graduating third years. And I think you've met just about every departing third year thus far, with the exception of, in the engine room, you've seen him tonight already playing in Camerata. Please really give it up for, on the bass guitar, Elliot Pryor. This next tune is another one that was sourced by the band. This arrangement was sourced by Shane, and it was actually donated to him by the composer and arranger, Derek Nash, who plays in Jules Holland's band. And this is going to feature Shane, instead of screaming away at the top of the section, playing a mellow thing on flugelhorn. And we're very sorry to be losing Shane. And he's off in a week's time to start a new life in the United States. So we'll be very sad to see him go. Sadly, he's starting his new life as a woman, but no. No, seriously, this fella, as he's so proactive, he's sorted himself out a nice job teaching music in America, and we really do wish him all the very best. So here we go. This is a lovely thing written by Derek Nash called Dream of Peace. Shane O'Brien, folks. Shane O'Brien. And that was the penultimate tune in our set tonight. It was also the second to last, so we've come to that point in the evening where I offer tokens of thanks to those people that may not be quite as obvious as the performers, but without whom nothing happens. So we need to offer thanks to the people up in the gallery there who are lighting this for us, and the fantastic sound crew we've got here, both front of house and the onstage sound has been fantastic. Some of you may know that this concert has been streamed live on the internet, and we've got a crew of people led by Andrew Bourbon, I believe, doing that. So many, many thanks to them. And we've got a super stage management team, and they're so super I don't even know they're here. So please join me. I'm sure there are others that I haven't mentioned. Obviously, Esther Sheridan, who works tirelessly to put these concerts on. My boss as well. So please join me in giving a rapturous round of applause for everybody who makes these things happen. Thank you so much. So we'll wrap up now with a tune from the Library of the Count Basie Orchestra. This one written by Sammy Nestico, who really was the staff arranger for the Count Basie Orchestra through the 1960s, and it's a good one, and it's called A Switch in Time. the London College of Music Big Band, folks. On your feet, folks. The London College of Music Big Band. We thank you so very, very much once again, and because of my advancing age and increasing ineptitude, I've just realised that I've made a glaring omission. This wonderful, wonderful trombone section tonight is made up of friends of ours who have joined us from other conservatoires in London. We have leading the section Chris Ford from the Royal College of Music. And on bass trombone, James Maund, also from the Royal College of Music. And joining them, we have Pete Thornton from the Guildhall School of Music and Drama, my alma mater. And making up the section, we have Sid there from Trinity Laban Conservatoire. Thank you so very, very much, folks. You don't want to know one, do you? Yeah. Oh, very well. Okay. This is a bit of fun, and this is a tune that I'm actually going to have played at my funeral. I know it's a bit morbid, but you'll understand why at the end. Okay, folks, thank you so very much once again for coming and continuing to support live music at LCM. This is a fantastic venue, isn't it? It's the first time that we've played in here, and we like it a lot. So there we go. Thanks so much once again, and we'll see you soon.